Alright everyone, we're back again for some more roommates. For some more activities which will probably get us closer to our goals, which I don't think we have to adjust too much. The goals aren't too hard to get to, and I think mostly we have an event already.
Wow.
But mostly we just need time to pass and we'll get that score in the end. It's starting to get really nice outside. The weather's been nice and warm lately. This is pretty much the perfect finals week. Finals? Wow. That was quick. With spring break only a week away. Oh yeah, there's like, how many semesters? It's broken up into 4 or 3 or I don't know. Whatever. With spring break only a week away, I'm having a hard time concentrating on my schoolwork. Oh, you know what comes with spring break?
Spring break?
We're gonna have some sexy scenes. Not that I was thinking about it a lot beforehand, but come on. Hit the beach with all those hotties and bikinis. It's gonna be a good break. Bikinis, linguini, martinis, that kind of thing. I've got a book in my lap, but my attention keeps wandering and I keep staring out at the quad around me. And look who it is! That's how I know it's Professor Task walking by me, which got me thinking about his extra credit assignment. I wonder if Anne has already gone to see him. No, Anne wouldn't do that, come on.
No.
I begin wondering if I should go see him. The professor's almost through the quad. I can still catch him if I want, but I'm not sure I want to. I think you get a little discussion with him, which I'm not sure really contributes anything, but I feel like it's at least something to have. I get to my feet and quickly run after the professor. Professor! Ah, Max, wasn't it? Yes, what do you want? If you come to betray your partner, you'll actually need to verbally request the answers to the finals. Otherwise, I do have things to do, so make it snappy, please. Well, has Anne betrayed me? Of course! Came to me on day 1. I can't believe I'm hearing this.
My God.
I never thought Anne would betray me so quickly. That bastard! I can't believe she would do that! On day 1? What the hell? Of course, you realize that as the warden in the scenario, it's in my best interest to tell you that the other betrayed you, right? The more of you who request the answers means the fewer tests I have to grade. Honestly, if the college didn't require at least some academic standards, I just passed a whole lot of you and have done with it. Wait, so Anne hasn't betrayed me? How should I know? I've got all the information on you students written down. Do you honestly think I could be bothered to remember all of your names? Oh, well, didn't you remember our name rather quickly? I guess we stand out, but whatever. Though I'm pretty sure your partner came to me. Maybe it was day 2? Ah, who can remember all the betrayals? I'm sure once I check my files it will check out. So what will it be for you, Max?
No.
Oh, do we betray Anne? Do we this time? Oh no. We're gonna let the professor go. We would never do that, that's horrible. I don't know if Anne really betrayed me or not, but I'm not going to be the lowlife in this scenario. No. I think I'll just take the test normally, Professor. Professor Task sighs and shakes his head. Oh, fine. Just give me more work to do. I suppose you think I've got nothing better to do than read your answers on the test, then. Oh, whatever. I suppose you've got your ethics to stand by. Yes, you kids and your nasty ethics. And I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for your kids and your nasty ethics. How dare you? Well, I hope your partner didn't betray you, or you'll be in for a fair bit of quite of a shock, which doesn't even make sense, but that's what I said, and possibly my class again next quarter. The professor claps a hand on my shoulders as he looks me in the eye. Well, either way, you've played the game well, and for that, you have my thanks. This will be a fascinating chapter of the book I write someday. He really has some mixed opinions on this, doesn't he? Such an odd guy. He gives me a thumbs up, and then he walks briskly away into the nearby building. So does he approve or not? I can't tell, and honestly, I don't know if it really matters. As I turn to go, out of the corner of the eye, I catch a back that looks suspiciously like it belongs to Anne.
But Roxanne and Carmen wear the same outfit.
That's true too. I really hope they don't think that I was mean with the professor to betray them. Well, nothing for it now. I'll just have to see how it turns out on Friday. I return to my previous seat and open my book up. Let's just hope it all goes well from this point. Wait, you want me to do what now? Is this Rakesh? It's always some weird Rakesh. Request with Rakesh. That's tricky to say. But actually it's Dominic. Please, Max. Sally was all worked up about this thing today, and I'm worried that the scene might get ugly. I'm already stuck here fielding calls from the housing authority about student involvement. Apparently Sally went to the science building earlier to join a bunch of other students in protesting. Well, that sounds like fun. What exactly are they protesting? I don't know. I'm paid to keep you people from burning the house down, not to watch her every movement. Can you please go check up on her for me? I'm supposed to be having a meeting with my advisor this afternoon. Well, who cares about our advisor, Max?
Seriously.
Really? Since when did we care about that sort of thing? Come on, I'll pull some strings and make sure your advisor sees you tomorrow. Oh, alright, you crybaby. Jeez. While you're getting me favors, see if you can't get me one of those flat screens for my room. Yeah, I'm sure that'd be possible. Just go, you dick. I head out the door and over to the science building. When I get there, there's a crowd of maybe 30 people all holding signs and murmuring. The crowd doesn't seem ugly, but they do seem quite disgruntled. I can see a few campus security officers overlooking the crowd. I wonder where Sally is in all of this. Of course she's at the front of it.
Are we gonna stand for this?
Right on cue. Sally is standing on top of a box of some kind at the front of the crowd, speaking into a microphone.
Is it a soapbox?
It is a soapbox indeed.
When I found out they were doing testing on animals here at our school, I sent out the call for action.
Where do you actually get it, soapbox? Is the question.
I've never seen one. I'm really happy that you all answered that call, but now we need to send up a different call. A call to stop the atrocities happening right inside this building.
Whoa, what is going on here? The crowd cheers for her, hefting their signs high. I can see the security guards getting restless. A few of them are reaching towards their belts.
What?
Not that they have anything on their belts.
Oh.
What school rules apparently forbids actual weapons. Still, one of the idiots has probably got an itchy pepper spraying finger.
Probably.
I make my way back up to the front of the crowd and wave to Sally.
And that's why we cannot stop our clarion call until these monsters have given up all the tests they're doing on animals in there. Are you with me?
You either stand with us, or you stand with the terrorists. The crowd cheers again,
Yay!
while I try to get Sally's attention.
That's what I thought. And if those cowards don't get out here soon, then we're gonna bust in there and free those animals ourselves.
Yeah, viva la revolution.
This is just wrong.
The crowd cheers again, even louder this time. The security guards are definitely getting nervous. Well, you better not attack those animals if they're chickens like in Zelda, or else you're gonna get a whole bunch of them swarming around you. I frantically wave over to Sally, and she finally gets off of her box. Or soapbox.
Oh, Max. Hey, I'm so happy you came.
I actually came because Dominic asked me to check up on you. Not that I wouldn't have come anyway, but you never emailed me. I didn't know what was happening. You know I love to rouse a good rabble.
Oh, well, I'm still happy you came.
So how did all this start?
Right, you won't believe it.
I'm sure I won't.
I was on our campus message board when I read a post that stated they were due to begin their testing with animals today.
A message board post? Really? How convincing.
Yeah, the guy must have been a scientist because he said it was going to be really hard to deal with. He said he was expecting a lot of suffering.
Yes, the guy on the internet said he was a scientist, and he must be telling the truth because nobody can lie on the internet.
They're testing on suffering animals? I can't stand for that, Max.
Sally, I don't know about this message board, or what a message board even is, or what the internet even is, but that's not a lot to go on. Are you sure something's happening in there?
Well, answer me this. If nothing is happening in there, how come they refuse to let us in and see? Huh?
Because it's private property, and they're probably running some tests they don't want to be interrupted, and there could be a million other reasons, including the fact that there's 30 angry people out here.
Yeah, 30 people angry about all the lies. Look, are
here we
you
go.
with me or against me?
I was only joking before.
I've
Really gonna
already
adopt
had to
this
tell
mindset.
those stupid rent-a-cops that we're perfectly in our rights. Don't you start on me too,
Are you with the
Max.
man? Let's go on the internet and do 5 minutes of research and see if we can disprove this entirely. Look, Sally, I'm not against you, but this all seems rather weird and hasty. Let me look into this a little more. Maybe I can find something you can use against them, okay? Just promise not to charge in until I get back, okay?
Alright, fine. Just hurry. I can't stand to think of those animals in trouble.
Oh my, I run home with all my might. I know if I don't do something, someone's gonna do something stupid, and it's probably gonna be Sally. As soon as I'm in the door, I hurry to Anne's room, pounding on the door. Bum, 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 bum.
Oh, hey Max, what's up?
Hey, Sally's protesting some kind of animal torture at the science building, but I think something funny's going on. Help me look this stuff up.
What? Why me?
Because you're the resident nerd. Anne looks panicked. It's probably because I rushed up here all out of breath and banging on her door. I'm sorry, Anne. It's just, you're pretty much the best researcher at this whole school. I couldn't think of anyone better to look into this than you. Wow. Anne blushes cutely, and then just gestures for me to come in. And we get points with her, easily. Once I've explained the situation, I watch Anne frantically typing her way through the college's message boards.
Let's see. Here we go. Found the original message. Starting testing on animals today. I hate it. So much suffering, but it's all in the name of science. We've got the grant. Better make use of it. What grant is this?
I watch her track through a few more news sites until she finally stops on an article and reads it for a few moments before slapping her palm to her face. Really face palm worthy.
I know what the grant was for. Here, let me email you the article. Show it to Sally. I think it'll clear this up.
This explains everything. Anne sighs that she just read something really stupid. I thank her for her help and rush out the door. Back at the protest, I can see that I'm just in time. Up in front of the door to the science building, I can see Sally bullying a short guy with glasses who seems to be from the science building. I wonder who that sounds like. He seems familiar.
Was that his name?
He can't place him right now.
Oh.
How does he not know who it is?
Is that his name?
It's Butch, yes.
Butch.
But Max, come on.
This is your last chance, Butch. Come clean about your hideous experiments.
Poor Butch. I'm telling you, there are no hideous experiments in here. Everything in here is perfectly safe and approved.
Oh, like I'm gonna believe you when there's suffering going on.
Never trust a man with glasses like that. Actually, Sally.
Oh, Max, come on. Let's force this little weasel to open up.
Before she can say another word, I shove the article into her hands. She looks at me inquisitively, but starts reading it. Butch leans over the paper and nods in understanding. Oh, yeah. That would pretty much explain what's going on in there. You can see why we don't want to discuss it. Sally turns red as a beet, then turns to the audience with her megaphone up.
False alarm, people. Go home. Nothing to see here. Scram!
Alright, everyone to the next protest. She then drops the microphone and walks off, whispering a quiet thanks to me as she passes me. And that's how Sally avoided going to jail for illegally breaking into the building. I hope she gets over this. Her heart was in the right place, but her brain... oh well. Butch scratches his head, equally embarrassed, and just wanders back into the building. For my part, I hurry after Sally. Maybe I'll treat her to lunch. I wonder what happened.
Yeah, I
What was
can't
Butch
think of a
doing in there?
scenario. Can you?
I don't know. Maybe they're testing to see if the animals could beat up Butch in a fight. And they actually were beating him. He was the one taking all the abuse. Poor Butch. I like the puppy in the lion costume at the bottom of the wall. Very motivating. No, I totally believe this performance. Very accurate. Welcome to my cafe. I'm not here to judge, I'm just here to serve you. Okay. 5 faints today. Here we go. A new event. Oh, it's finals. Yes, I remember. I've got finals all week, and yet I still feel like I have a ton more studying to do. Although we haven't been studying for like 2 weeks. Everyone in Latin House is hard at work, trying to get their last study sessions in. Isabella's been locked up in her room since dawn. Sally's barely been outside to walk her dog. Even Rakesh is. Oh no, look at Rakesh's room. What is he doing inside of it?
It's always colorful.
As I look into Rakesh's room, I'm actually not sure what Rakesh is doing. He appears to be doing some kind of headstand on his books. Rakesh, I think you get less money from the student bookstore if you ruin the books. Unfortunately, I think I startled Rakesh as he crashes to the ground. I briefly consider running before he recognizes me. Yeah, we'll hang out with the bro. Let's see what happens. What the hell are you doing, man? You're liable to wreck yourself messing around like that. So check yourself before you wreck yourself. I am fine. Thank you, Max. I was trying to study. Were you trying to learn by osmosis, Rakesh? Certainly not. I am no buffoon. Does that mean... does that work? Maybe if the blood all rushes to your head. Exactly. You understand why I had to at least try it. So do you feel like you know it any better? Not really, no. Well then.
Okay.
Guess you'll have to figure out a different way for you to learn the material. I suppose I really must rely on other methods to learn. Well, what do you have in mind, Max? Well, what's the subject? It is for biology. I need to pass a class so that my grades reflect that I am doing well in my proper curriculum. It's important to my parents that I try my best to become a rich American-trained doctor. Wow, that's, some pretty stereotypical expectations from your parents there. Well, if it's important to you, let's do it. We'll cram like it's going out of style, man. We'll figure out how to get this stuff so deep in your brain that you won't be able to not pass. Yes, we can best this test together. Rakesh and I gathered up all his notes that he's taken during class this quarter. Unfortunately, given his terrible attendance record, his notes aren't really much. Of course, it doesn't help that half of his book is covered in doodles and drawings and just splotches of color. We spend a few hours comparing his notes to his textbooks and mostly just studying the things that his class has been going over the past quarter. After a while, Rakesh's attention begins to drift. He just can't concentrate on the subject for that long. I get his attention back a few times, but he's beginning to lose it. It must be rough having parents trying to dictate to you what to do here. Sometimes I wonder if I'm letting my own parents down, but I know they'll be happy when they see me back up on the stage. It's clear that Rakesh is losing interest though. I need to do something to clear his head so he'll study more. Alright, I don't think osmosis is gonna work.
No.
Maybe we'll try to clear our minds with something else. Maybe a break will do him some good.
Like what? What will we do, paint?
We'll do some painting. Or, I don't know, something. Okay, Rakesh. It's clear you need to get your head clear, so you can concentrate. Yes, this is a most excellent idea, Max. I will make us some food to take our minds off of our predicament. Well, that sounds good. Hey, it's worth it, we get free food. A few minutes later, Rakesh and I are in the kitchen. Rakesh is mixing up some kind of batter, while I'm digging through our cupboards to see if we got any fruit. Cake is very good for the brain. I'm sure I heard that in one of the days I attended class. If you can make a good one, surely I'll be able to study all night.
What are you two doing?
Duh. We're making studying cake, obviously.
Studying cake? That's the best idea I've heard all night. Did you use the egg substitute I bought?
Oh, yes. Before I know it, the whole house is helping and arguing over ingredients to go into the study cake. I guess everyone really needed a break from studying for the finals. I feel a little bad that Rakesh probably won't get any studying done tonight, but at least he's relieving his stress. A few hours in a messy kitchen later, we have a rather magnificent and terribly delicious cake on our hands. Wow, what a problem to have. I could deal with that on my hands. Professor Test's final is grueling. I swear he's never even hinted at half these concepts before. I try to peek at my study partner to see if they're breezing through this, but Anne's head is down, just like everyone else's. There's nothing else for it. I'm just gonna have to finish this test out and find out what happens. Play the test, because why would we just skip it? Can we even skip it at this point? Once my test is complete, I walk down to the professor's desk. I try to sneak a peek at Anne to see if they're having an easy time or not, but it's impossible to tell. Finished, Max? Hang around for a few moments. We'll discuss the result of our little extra credit experiment. Well, that sounds fun. I nod with a bit of apprehension. I'm not really sure I want to know what happened, but I suppose it's all part of the experiment. I return to my desk and busy myself for the remainder of the test time, watching as everyone else slowly hands in their tests. Finally, the only ones left in the room are myself and the others in the extra credit group. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Time to find out which one of you will be failing and which ones of you will be getting C's. Anne looks over at me, raising an eyebrow. I shrug and just look back at the professor. Okay, let's start running through this stuff, shall we? Let's see, Marvin, you fail. Looks like Tara came to me pretty quickly. What? This is crap. Suck it up, Sunshine. You knew the rules. Wow, you really told him off. I watch Marvin run out of the class, looking like he's spitting nails. Okay, who else have we got? Alright, Roxanne?
Uh-oh, what do you think?
I think she's
got to have betrayed her partner, right?
Or the partner might have betrayed her. I'm feeling it's gonna be one or the other.
Yes, Professor.
Congratulations on your B. I'm surprised you managed to convince Jared to study. Oh wow.
Wow.
It actually worked out. Huh. Roxanne looks fairly pleased with herself. I guess a B is better than failing. It's better, much better than failing, actually. Finally, Professor Tess looks at me. Looks like you kept the faith, Anne. Ah, loyalty brings such a tear to my jaded and uncaring heart. Oh, wait. No, that's heartburn. Anyway, you both took things normally, so I guess I'll actually have to grade your tests. I'll get back to you on your grades, but I assume they'll be fine. Then how did you know the other ones? That's a good question.
They were supposed to get C.
How'd you know theirs instantly? Unless, did she have some kind of arrangement with the professor? I don't know. Well, whatever. Yes, +5. Spectacular.
Yay.
Anne beams at me, clapping her hands happily.
We did it, Max, we did it. I'm so happy you didn't take the easy A. I knew you could see how fun and good it feels to study.
Well, I don't know about fun and good, but, I mean, passing and getting an A is pretty good. Well, I have to admit, I mostly just didn't want to disappoint you. Glad it all worked out. I think that's a lot of you here. We'll deal with any stragglers later. I slumped down at my desk, mostly just glad the tension's over, when Professor Test's cell phone suddenly breaks the silence. Yes? Well, yes, I put them in a prisoner's dilemma. Well, I am a sociology professor. Of course it's relevant. How was I supposed to know that his father was a donor? What's going on? Professor Test is frowning something fierce. Someone's clearly reading him the riot act. What? Hell no! I've got tenure. He can go to hell. The grades are staying. I didn't get to where I am grading papers. I'm not about to start. Fine, yes. I can make it up to the students somehow. How about... What? No, but that's I was going to... Oh, fine. Professor Test looks fit to be tied as he puts his cell phone away. Well, so apparently Marvin's a little cry bitch and went whining to the dean. 30 minutes later, Anne and I are standing in front of the stunned members of Latin House. Seriously? Yeah, apparently the dean tore into him something fierce. So to make it up to all of us, for putting us through that, we all get to use Professor Test's beach house this spring break.
It's so ridiculous.
It is so ridiculous. Hey, you know what you should do for those kids? Let them use your resort for spring break, your personal cabin. Like, okay, I'm sure people are cool with that. We have to pay our own way there, and it's only the space we're getting, no amenities, but it's on a private beach, so we'll have the place to ourselves.
Oh man, this is gonna be so sweet. I'm gonna get packing.
And I like how the only ones that actually go there are us, and
I
not even the
know.
people that were like affected by that at all.
Yeah.
I hope that I have a good swimsuit.
Can I bring Vegemite?
I don't think so. Sorry.
Max,
That's
really?
taking a little too far.
Why would Max say no?
I don't know.
It's okay. I'll get my friend Jovia to watch him. Woo, spring
Oh yeah,
break!
Jovia. Yeah, good old Jovia, yeah. I watch everyone gather excitedly and go off to start packing. Hopefully this will help us forget the ugliness that just happened, which didn't affect us at all, and we can all have a great time. Once again, to put off the ugliness that only affected one person as far as I can tell. Who's not even going with us anyway. Whatever. I guess that's how it goes sometimes. So do you have any other events? No, I think that's it. Oh, we're buying for Mama.
Oh.
But that's about it. Spring break! Woo!
Woo!
Woo! So yeah, that's the end of that episode. And when we come back, we're going on spring break.
Woo!
And this time, on spring break, we have a sexy scene coming up with Isabella. I'm sure it'll be hot and spicy. I mean, it's Isabella. How could it not be? So, guys, make sure you catch the next one, because that's going to be exciting. It's going to be worth it, I'm sure. Hopefully I don't have to censor out anything, but I guess we'll see how it goes. Anyway, guys, until next time, take care.